Hello, guys. Thank you so much for inviting me to be here. It's a pleasure to be part of this again. I hope you are fine there who could travel. Unfortunately, because of the COVID, I couldn't. I hope in the next year I can. This time we'll talk to you about functional neuromuscular evaluation of the pelvic floor. It's a new approach that I am developing with Dr. Ricardo Pereira. As you know, pelvic floor muscles are in the basis of the pelvis. We have three lines of the muscles with voluntary movement. These muscles are part of urinary and fecal system, pelvic organ support, and they are very important in our sexuality. We have the levator and muscles, coccygeal, bulbus spongiosius, ischial cavernosus, transverse perineal, external urethral sphincter, and external anal sphincter. Since we know all these muscles contract together. When they contract, all they are contract, and when we relax, all they will relax. Unfortunately, we don't know a good standard evaluation of these muscles. We can evaluate the force with palpation or pressure. We can evaluate electrical muscle activity with electromyography. We can evaluate volume and position with ultrasound or magnetic resonance, but we do not evaluate the sensibility. It's a big gap because we need to know the sensibility of the pelvic muscles, pelvic floor muscles in the woman, and now we do not know. Another problem that we have is a different shape and size of the probes that we use. We have a different probes, size, shape, and the electrode position also are different. We have a lot of different probes in the market, so we cannot compare some studies if you don't have the same probe. Another problem with the probes, most of them just have one channel of electrodes. If you just have one channel, we cannot compare the left size and the right size. So we need one channel for each muscle that we evaluate. What we are doing? We are developing a gold standard evaluation where we evaluate the muscle system seen with electromyography and pressure. We will see the latency period, the contraction time, maximum activity, and the relaxation time. Now we just have the maximum activity. Our evaluation that we use is just to see the maximum activity. We also use the ultrasound to see the position and the volume of the muscles. With electrostimulation, we will see the sensibility of these muscles. That's very important in some pathologies, and it's very important in sexuality to understand the sensibility of these muscles. So we use the electrostimulation to see superficial sensibility, deep sensibility, and see when we have pain, to try and understand if this pain is because of muscle lesion or nervous lesion. So we are trying to understand better this muscles function. To do this, we are developing a probe because we don't have a good probe. So we are developing a probe more anatomical, and this probe will be flexible. The probe that we have in the market, they are not very comfortable to women. This probe, we have 4 pairs of electrodes. So we evaluate the deep muscles and we will evaluate the superficial muscles in the left side and in the right side. We will be able to compare both sides in the woman and the deep and superficial muscles. Now we just evaluate the deep muscles. We really do not understand what happened with the superficial muscles. This probe, as we have two channels of the two pressure channels, and we will see the pressure in the deep and in the superficial muscles. What you are looking for, what you want. First of all, we can have a normal parent of the pelvic floor muscle function, not just the maximum force. We really want to understand how these muscles work in the motor system and in the sensibility. After this, we want to compare what is normal and some pathologies like endometriosis, urinary dysfunction, fecal dysfunction, and sexual dysfunction. Another thing that you are looking for is to compare the same woman before and after surgeries, gynecology surgeries, to see if the surgeries have some impact in the pelvic floor muscles. I believe some patient of you ask you, I will be with less sensibility. What will happen to my pelvic floor muscles after the surgery? To be honest, now we don't know. We do not use it as any evaluation. It's not usual to make evaluation of pelvic floor muscles function before and after surgeries. So what we're looking also to have this evaluation to understand what's the impact of all these surgeries in the pelvic floor muscle function. Now we are developing the prototype. We think we'll finish this in May to start to test first the prototype, and after that we have the prototype approved, we will start to test it in healthy women. In the next year, I want to start testing this in different pathologies. To do this, we are looking for investor or we will ask money in some crowdfunding because we want to sell this probe and we wanted to make this evaluation good standard. So we need to have the probe to make this. Thank you so much for this opportunity again. I hope next year I can be there with you. I am crazy to travel again. So I hope 2022 could be better, like I believe everybody's looking for. Thank you, Marco. Thank you, everybody. And thank you so much, Dr. Ricardo Pereira. He's helping me in this challenge. Bye-bye. See you next year.